Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. No time to waste around. The draft has begun. Game 2 of Planet Dog versus Danish Bears. Let's kick it in. Let's get the heroes on the screen. I'm Eddie Pixel. I'm joined by Ben Woo, Draskell, and Tsunami. And here we have it. So SF, Clock, once again.
But Darkseer banned.
From Danish Bears, and indeed Darkseer is banned. I like that. I really think, after what we've seen from Planet Dog, you have to take that Darkseer away from them.
I think if you lose game 2 and then you gave them Darkseer, you would just regret it for like 3 months.
I think for maybe longer than that. You would be, yeah, there would be lots of regret. But it's not there.
Yeah.
So Planet Dog, in response, they take the Quap, they get themselves the Sand King, something that we've also seen them be very strong with. And I mean, Sand King generally is a hero. A lot of people favoring him at the moment. Other bans, AA once again banned out. Benno and Disruptor being taken away by Planet Dog. So here we go.
A second phase AA I like because they picked the Sand King this time, and that's what gave Planet Dog a lot of success in that Singularity match, was because the Sand King and AA proved to be like, it's not an easy combination to pull off, and that's why all of us are kind of pretty skeptical of AA picks generally, but Planet Dog have shown that they are able to convert that AA kind of risky laning phase power into a pretty solid mid-game support.
I like the DS ban for the reasons that Ben mentioned, but also because it makes the ES pick worse. And the ES played super well last game. Milan, he was ownage. I mean, you still need that one hero that pressures mid, right? So maybe they fall back for something else.
What are you cracking open a cold one of there?
Oh, funny you asked that. It's actually a monster.
Really?
One of their specialities was 0 sugar and 0 calories.
I'll be damned.
Can you repeat that one more time? I didn't get it the first time.
Oh, it's my monster. One of those specialities with 0 calories and 0 sugar.
Well, I'll be damned.
Ooh.
Bane's one of those heroes that can run around and do stuff, but I don't like him versus Clock that much.
Who doesn't? Yeah, I know Lacoste doesn't like Bane. I was heard him yesterday. He doesn't think it's good.
No, he said Bane was the worst hero in the game.
Oh, in that.
That's what he said.
That's a
Bane
bit,
is not.
That's a bit much.
He's like 35th percentile.
Okay.
I mean, he's definitely not a good hero.
But is he good this game? Good against the SF?
It depends
Great
on what
against
they want.
Great against the SF.
Yeah, you can walk mid, you can even skill level 1 and feeble, or you can just brain sap or whatever. You can be super annoying in lane.
I mean, as we saw what last game, as you guys said, putting some pressure on 747. I mean, he still was in a great place, but definitely the fact that he had that pressure stopped him from being in an amazing place, and did limit what he could do in the game. Danish Bears, though, stick to the same old. Silencer, understandably so. We've seen him have some great performances before. Even in that last game, even though he wasn't as effective in the lanes, in the team fights, he was still crucial. Some great global silencers came out. So they stick with it again. Same old draft so far from them. Planet Dog, though, switching things up. Tidehunter to be the pick this game for 3-3 on that off lane.
He played really well on the Tide in another series, too.
Oh, was he? I was going to say, I don't think I've caught him play. He's played Tide before.
He played Tide, he rushed Tide. His
was
positioning was really good.
Yeah.
He was just up in their face all the time, and they could not ignore him. And he got the damage talent. He actually he went Medallion and started right-clicking people.
And I like it because it is one of those picks, I guess, that is nice against the Silencer. You've got that chance to purge off the Silencer and still get off the Ravage despite how the fight may be going.
If people are focusing you, though.
True. So I guess if you're smart, you just ignore him and don't punch him.
You know what would be good at focusing him is a Legion Commander, which Danish Bears went for last time as their 4th pick. And
they must still go for the same, yeah.
Purge off Fiend's Grip.
God, that ability is actually so good against Bane.
Yeah, the fact that you can dispel a very hard-to-channel ultimate.
I think it might be a trap, though. I think if you go for that again, you're going to have the same problem last game where you don't have any hard disables. They couldn't lock anyone down last game aside from Duel, but she wasn't actually strong enough to duel people.
Yeah. Necro to be the pick. Okay.
It's a good matchup versus Tide in lane.
Yeah, you've got the safe lane that's going to not care at all about Tide's presence and absolutely may even be able to with a +1. Bully the Tide out of the lane and have good control.
And he can actually kill the Tide without the Kraken.
Without him getting out,
Yep.
Okay, so nice little switch up from what they did last time, Danish Bears.
But Ghost Shroud's
anyway.
Yeah, they ban it anyway. Well, I mean, the Necro's their safe lane, I guess. So if they do run support Clock, which it could still be a Hestejo Clock, which
it could be the Hestejo Clock.
I prefer Hestejo Clock.
I think I prefer Hestejo Clock. I think his Clock is better than his Legion. I know it feels like he likes playing the Legion because we see him on it a lot, but I just off the bat I remember him having much more impact and some incredible Clockwork games. So.
I think it's because his Legion is played like a support. He just always presses the attack 7/7 and just stays in the back and maybe initiates so that 7/7 can get a kill. But I think when he's on the Clockwork, he actually is a lot more autonomous and does a lot more for his team.
What's your plan against Fiend's Grip now, though?
Abaddon.
Sorry. Global?
Or were you about to say, what do you think
Abaddon.
about Abaddon?
Global, hook shot.
If you
I
pick,
mean, global's very good, isn't it? That's
yeah, global's
already
great, but
great,
if
yeah.
you have to global for Fiend Script, it can be kind of a good and a
Yeah.
bad thing.
Yeah.
I think if you pick Abaddon, you just get yourself in a position where you can literally stand right next to Tide and you don't care. You're just like, whatever, ravage me, bro. I'll just immediately pop.
I do
ulti.
like that.
Yeah,
And you can
Abaddon.
shield someone else.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad bet at all.
But I don't know if it's a Hestage
Yeah,
hero.
it's not really a Hest show hero. Though he could play it like one.
I mean, it'll be if they pick Abaddon and he gets Aghanims in a game like this, it's going to be amazing.
I'm still down for more disables, though.
You think that's the biggest
Silence
issue?
is just not reliable.
He plays Bat, right?
He does play a very good bat.
Yeah, he
Bat
plays
a very
Silencer
good
is a
bat.
classic combo.
Yeah.
that
Bat
is
versus
true.
Tide?
I think if you're fast, you can still get your target.
Yeah. Yeah.
And plus, you
I
have
agree
global,
with that.
so you can like lasso global and guarantee that you're not going to get ravaged.
Oh, I like that. That's
yes.
a bit more fun. And there's your extra bit of lockdown.
Isn't he like traditionally not that good against Tide though?
But he's very good against Bane. Easy to
guess,
cancel Fiend
but-
Script. You don't have to rely on the global silence.
I think the problem with Shaker is that when you try to initiate fights, if you hit the Tide Hunter with any of your spells, you run the risk of getting Kraken and him immediately counter ravaging.
Okay.
He'll probably be support right, though.
you think-
yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
I mean, Hester Joe does play the Shaker as well. That is one that they do. I feel that it still could be a Hester Joe Shaker.
That
But
is
I mean, I would.
clockwork.
I kind of feel like when we've seen this from the before, they do opt for Hester Joe Shaker rather than support Shaker.
I prefer support in this.
Yeah.
Just because of the reason you mentioned, like him not being a good matchup versus Tide. Also, I think he's probably better at protecting the SF in the mid.
You don't
Yeah.
think they'll just have the silencer there?
I
I
think
think
if
they'll have one.
actually, you're right.
Because you could leave the Necro on his own.
Yeah, Necro
Yeah.
versus Tide is fine.
Yeah.
There's no problem at all.
So, Planet Dog's still looking for swift endings
I mean,
here, right?
they could go aggressive if they get like a super aggressive swift ending hero. They banned out the life stealer, they banned out the troll.
What about the swift ending Razor? Some Razor Bane action.
Yeah.
Could it work?
I like Slark more.
Ghost Shroud though?
I don't know if I want to play Razor into Necro. Okay.
Do you want
I
to play
don't know.
Clinks into Necro?
Not really.
No?
I mean, he can buy Diffusal early.
Yeah, he's a good. It's not bad. He doesn't get boned by Clockwork, which is nice.
He owns Shadow Fiend.
And it,
yeah, he owns Shadow.
and it is going to be the Hester Joe Shaker. So, because I was going to say, I feel like when Danish players pick these two before, they do just prefer to have that clock in the support capacity with the SF hanging around mid.
Nice.
Shaker's
I
not
miss
gonna-
me some Clinks, dude.
Yeah, we've not seen a lot of Clinks.
Oh,
I think
no.
the last time I saw Clinks a lot was when Resolution on Planet Odd had a bit of a phase back on Dream League. Where he
And then I
picked
got
quite a few
banned
times.
every game.
Yeah, he like trashed a couple of games and then like, right, we're never letting Resolution play again because he had some ridiculous games on it. But yeah, not a hero we see a lot. But is it other reasons why you feel that they did decide to finish off with this Clinks?
I
skip
think
this
it's
game?
actually just mainly the SF. Like,
Yeah.
even if the SF gets early BKB, Clinks doesn't care. He just blasts you in like 2 seconds because of how much damage like Searing Arrows and Strafe does. I wonder if he goes for the Helm of the Dominator build. It gets 100 more health now.
Well, Clinks.
Those creeps are fat.
It goes
good
up to what,
BKB hero,
1500.
Yeah.
And since you have that super high uptime on Death Pact now, they-
Yeah.
I kind of like Planet Dog's lineup this time. I don't know about the offlane Shaker. I think it's kind of meh.
I mean, I feel like that offlane Shaker is going to have a hard time against the safe lane Clinks, isn't he?
Well, he might have an okay
He gets
lane
zoned
because
out.
Shaker can always fissure block. Like, he'll always get
Okay.
stuff out of his lane.
Okay.
I think it's just more a matter of how the mid game fights are gonna go. Like, there's gonna be a fight where you like go on an echo and feel like you're gonna get this sick combo and you just get ravaged and you just go, welp. Game is hard.
Well, Rob, what have you done? We've got the wrong computer on the bottom.
Yeah, what's happening right now?
We're capturing. That's not my computer. That's all right, Rob. He's sorted out now. But so, yeah, game two. You again. You're. Who would you say?
I'm gonna say Dog
You would say
for
Dog
sure.
again.
Yeah.
I'm all
Nice.
with the uncensored, bony skeletons.
Aye,
I gotta go with that.
we're not in China, baby.
I'm gonna go with Danish Bears. I think they learned their lesson from the first game. They have 3 of the same 5 picks, but I think now that they know that Planet Dog are gonna be playing their offlane a little bit differently this time.
Okay.
Which, could we click on Tidehunter, see what he has
Yeah,
out of the
see what
base?
is-
Yeah. Okay. So again, I don't know how he played the Tidehunter. How did he play the Tidehunter in that Singularity game?
Yeah, what did he? Did he get the
He went
Greaves? Pipe.
Pipe.
Or rather, what
Pipe.
did he do in the laning phase?
Oh, okay.
He went to lane and then jungled a little bit and then went back to lane.
Okay.
It was a weird lineup that they had the other time. This time, last time they had 4 strength healers and they just kept running at him. This game, he's their only good frontliner, and he has to actually worry about getting Reapered here. I still think you go Pipe here. Like, the only
Yeah.
physical damage you're dealing with is, yeah, I think you just go Hood and run at him. Sounds pretty good. that guy's ownage. I think 3-3 is actually the best player on their team. He is
definitely when he's been on the
super
darks here.
impressive.
But you say, because I was going to say,
no, his shaker was
he plays some shaker
super ownage.
Yeah.
His Tidehunter was really good. That guy is amazing. He does jungle a lot though, but he's still amazing.
He does. He plays it safe, but he.
You know,
he
you have like a really good player when someone says your Tidehunter is really good. You know,
His Tidehunter was really good.
Because Tidehunter is just one of those heroes. It's always just like he performs. It's just Tidehunter.
No, it's because he went offensive. Like, you know the problem where Tidehunters just build like 2 defensively? They get like mech pipe and then they just ignore you.
Yeah, yeah.
He went defensive and like, oh wait, everyone's ignoring me. And then he went offensive and just right-clicked the crap out of people. It was great. He's not scared. That guy is definitely not a wuss.
All right, well, here we go. Are you going to stick around, Andy, or are you taking a break? What's your plan? He has food to eat.
I thought it was coming sooner. That's why.
Yeah, that was your excuse last
Oh,
time.
No, because I was told that they were already out getting it, but it came a lot later than I thought.
All right.
And then I felt ashamed.
You
I'll
can
tell you
eat
what. When I finish, I'll come back on. I'll sit here.
There we go.
Okay.
There we
All
go.
right,
We'll let you get your food,
Then
Andy.
then we'll trade off. We'll tag team.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Because yeah, you need to be doing soon on.
Oh, I'll chill, and then we'll pass the baton once Dad comes back.
Right. Perfect. So here we are. It's me, Ben Wu, Tsunami for the moment, taking you through this very exciting game too. It is going to be Planet Dog versus Danish Bears. One more loss for Danish Bears, and they are out at the running for that TI spot. Planet Dog, 1 game, effectively away from playing that Grand Finals best of 5, which it will be against Mouse Sports to come, of course, straight after this series. I believe they'll probably get a short break, but as you guys I'm sure know at home, with the qualifiers, everything has moved on very swiftly. As you don't get time to mess around here. You're straight in constant Dota.
Not invading the bounty rune this go around, even though SF went for the same cog strategy, but Tidehunter does find one in the top lane.
What's that down to? Is that just down to the level 1 not being quite as good, do you feel, as it was in game 1 that Planet Dog had?
Yeah,
It's terrible.
It's just not.
good.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, Tide at the moment to be joined by Milan, hiding up at the top lane. Middle lane, J4 Bane, supporting up Kaiser's
Brain
Quap.
sap, okay.
And yeah, I like this. So well, even though Ace could survive on his own, he's actually going to have Neuer coming in for the early stages. Coming in with the clockwork. And looking towards Milan. Does knock him back with the cogs. Milan's got that Burrow Stroke ready, so should be able to run himself away. And Neuer will do his best to give him quite a bit of a beat down on the way out there. And mid lane, yeah, just 747 this time. He's going to be holding hands with Rise rather than Neuer. Top lane, bit of a go on to Ace. In fact, they've got a good chance of bringing him down incredibly low here. He's already used the pulse. In fact, he may just pop. He does.
Whoa.
He goes down. First blood for 3-3.
Whoa.
Beautiful way for them to start lane. They're going to have Burrow Strike back up again in a second. Can they go for this? They have the Gush. Do
See?
slow him down.
This guy's a man. He went level 1 Gush.
I love
Got
it.
first blood. What an awesome Tide. How did he get first blood?
I don't know.
What?
I mean, Necro 100% was not. I guess he doesn't know. He doesn't know about this 33 Tide, man.
No.
That's crazy. Great way for them to punish the lanes. And this bottom lane, of course, we talked about Necro being able to deal okay on his own. Swift ending, also on this Clinks. Very much a lane that he should be fine in. He should get a lot out of it. And I feel if he gets a few levels, Hester Joe has to be careful. A +1 in terms of an SK or a Bane could really give kill potential on this bottom. Top lane again. There's the Gush. And the Burrow Strike. The cogs are there, along with the Ghost Shroud and the 1 charges, and that will be enough to save Ace. Now he has that level 2. And things are certainly going to get a little harder with that Ghost Shroud. But as we can see, just 3-3, being an absolute bully on this top lane with the help of Milan. Making this Necro work for it.
Mid lane's still not going that well for 7-for-7.
No?
He's last game the Quap out CS'd him despite him starting off with max souls. From normally this matchup in a straight 1-on-1, Quap has the advantage 1 through 4, and then SF has the advantage 5 on. But with the early soul at the start, it's a little bit different.
Nice bit of a return kill up on top lane. As soon as the Sand King's gone, they see the opening to move in. Nice wraparound from Neuer. Gets the cog block, and they will punish 3-3. So securing that 1-for-1 now on that top lane between the 2 cores.
How's the Bone Flusher doing?
12-for-1, 9-for-0. That slight lead on Hester Joe at the moment.
The Shaker's getting quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, he is. He's not yet being bullied out. Getting good levels and good farm for that solo lane Shaker. see mid lane. Rise, getting very low here, but the turnaround with the raises, it's the casual support trade in the middle. Both mid laners picking up the support in return. J4 worth a little bit more than Rise apparently. But again, but all lanes really having sort of the equal trades. The difference between the Quap and the Shadow Fiend now equaled. So, bottom lane, Swift trying to move it on to Hester Joe with those boots.
They're just like
quick enough to get away.
Kill potential.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, we're going to see them get each other low, but as long as they don't do anything too overly aggressive, they both should be able to walk it off for the most part. But it's still a nice win in the sense that Hester Joe has been forced out of the lane for a wave or two, giving Swift Ending even more space.
They do see Milan.
It's got a Burrow Strike and the Sandstorm.
Which is worth more, Sinking Kill or Bounty Rune?
Milan in a lot of trouble, especially with the Shaker TPing back into the lane. Has got the Fisher. J4. Oh, that a beautiful Nightmare. Beautiful Nightmare will save the Sand King. J4 will pay with his own life, though. So, I mean, a support saving a support. As Rise, I mean, he should get the... There's no way J4 lives this, surely not. Yeah, Shrine, of course, still 30 seconds away. They do get the kill. Get the +2 on Rise. But neat little play there to save the SK. Getting Milan back to safety. The 5 protects the 4.
Even Milan's moves there were pretty good, too. He, like... The Shaker was very wary of trying to block the split off the clock in the Sand King, and he kept walking back and forth, wagging, and then he just burrow struck up the cliff. Smooth moves, buddy.
Smooth wagging.
Bit of a DC here. As to Joe, when he's back though, may try for something with Noya down in the bottom lane. They do have Dust on the Clockwork. The Swift level 5. They've got a Fisher. I mean, maybe if they can get a Fisher into the battery and the cogs, there should be good kill potential, but we'll see how safe Swift plays, as it's very likely he may be able to just back up before anything happens. Yeah, it's okay, especially with this ward here. It should be pretty hard for them to catch out Swift with this. He knows what's up. Over lanes, 3-3. After that initial him being taken down, he's picked up the Talon and he's sticking to the jungle. He's playing it safe. Doesn't want to go near that Necro. So he's getting a lot of space now in this top.
This warding game is night and day. They have 4 wards out for Planet Dog and 0 out for Bears.
Well, they got the one out here.
Oh, they do? Okay, they have 1.
Oh, sorry, they got 2.
Oh.
But they are about to both expire. Just 30 and 50 seconds on the 2 of them. Whereas, yeah, these are the majority. Okay, and this one's about to go. But they've already got their 2 new ones out, and as you're saying, in very good positions as well. Positions that will keep Swift Ending, for the most part, very safe until those level 6s are online on the supports. Then it's going to get a bit trickier. Hook shots and global silences, much easier to close the gap on Swift. But for now, he should be able to protect himself, keep on standing at the top of the farm. As we can see, all 3 highest CSs over on the side of Planet Dog, off the back of this laning stage. Is this pretty much what you expected, though, from the lanes? Or do you feel that anyone's played...
Ty should have gotten crushed a lot harder.
Okay. But he's got much more than you felt.
Yeah, but that was because Milan was up there. I think Milan's done a lot in his early... It's about even.
Okay.
I would expect SF to be doing better, too. But SF is...
Yeah, with the help of the clock.
I would say this is the main thing, because Rise was there, and... Well, I mean, he's already got his first +2 for the game.
And he didn't get enfeebled, so that wasn't interfering with the CS. So I would expect his CS to be like 30, I would say. Quap. Maybe not 30. Like, yeah, around 30 actually. Shaker's getting a lot more too than I expected.
It's because Clinks doesn't have any mana regen early on.
Yeah.
Searing Arrows is amazing, but if you don't have like a Crystal Maiden or something, then like they don't do that much damage at level 1, but you still want to use them at level 1, and then by the time they're maxed out, you have no more mana. So he got this Bazzy Ring and Soul Ring. It's great, but at the same time, well, actually, Soul Ring is...
Soul Ring is... Now he's got it. I think he's only just picked it up.
Right, and it's kind of like a... It's different schools of thought on whether you like prioritizing the Soul Ring on Clinks. For a brief period of time, it was pretty much considered core, but... These days, maybe not so much, so I'm glad that he went for it because he's envisioning that he's going to be sitting around in a 1v1 for a while, so why not just shore up your one issue with mana?
What's the build we expect on this? This is going to be what, Soul Ring Treads, and then do you get
Deso.
you get the Deso and you don't get Medallion Solar Crest first anymore?
Against a Necro, maybe not.
I think
Deso is better all round.
Because that way you can push even if you can't find kills, whereas if you go for Medallion, it's pretty much only useful for finding kills.
Okay. Yeah, the split bush.
Also, it's that'd be 3 mana regen items too.
True. Yeah, we'll see what he does up for.
By the way, you're relieved if you want to leave, Tsunami.
That was quick.
Dude, you know how big? Look, that thing was literally filled.
What? Since when are you a salad kind of guy anyway? I mean, I know you're looking pretty swole
He's
recently.
a healthy boy.
But because
Healthy boy.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that really. It's just that we've been eating a lot of
Garbage.
takeout. So I was like, if I'm gonna get takeout, I want to at least eat something that I'm not gonna feel like is takeout.
Okay.
Okay. Good old American food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Always the highlight of coming over.
I mean, when I'm at home, I never eat out, like ever.
You cook?
You cook?
I do.
Really?
What's your special
Meth.
dish?
Hey. Got 'em.
Hey.
No, I make a lot of different stuff. I make a lot of chicken. I make really good.
Do you breed chickens?
No,
You
I
make
do
really
not
good
breed
what?
chickens. I make good tacos.
Taco.
Really?
Dude, speaking of chickens, I was home on winter break one time. We had like an old rabbit cage.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't remember what happened to rabbit. Anyways, we had a rabbit for like a couple years. We
What
had
was
this
it
rabbit.
called?
Butterscotch, I think.
Butterscotch. Typical rabbit name.
And then I came home during the summer, and we had a chicken in the rabbit cage.
Okay.
And I asked
What
my
is
parents, "Why do you have this chicken?"
Yeah.
And then there's like, "Oh, we just collect its egg every week." It was just a chicken. I mean, my parents, I don't know where they got it. I was like, "Where did they get it?" I asked them where they got it from. They just didn't really answer me. My parents are like that. If they don't want to tell me something, they just kind of ignore me.
So there was some dark reason why they had this chicken.
No,
that
they
didn't wanna reveal?
ate its egg every week. Just
Did they eat the chicken?
Is that worth?
and then at some point they gave it to my grandfather, which
Did he eat
means
the chicken?
that he probably ate
He
it.
probably had the chicken.
One egg a week sounds like so little.
Yeah, it seems
It
like a
laid,
large
I think they said it
investment.
laid eggs every week.
They should have made
Oh,
that
okay.
chicken work harder. It's a bit of a lazy.
How
I
do
mean,
you
I
make
don't-
them lay more eggs?
I-
Is that a thing?
Well,
Just
it
kick
is
them
a
so
thing,
the eggs
actually.
pop out,
You
you
know,
know?
you do some questionable ethical stuff, and you make the chickens think that like
Yeah.
it's constantly ovulation.
Ask one of
time or
those, like,
something.
Oh, that sounds awful.
What, so you
well,
and I-
that's-
you and
that's
I
why-
to your
That's
chicken?
why I'm a vegetarian.
I just fed it some food.
Ah. Did
My
you
parents
pet
were
it?
like, no, I didn't pet it.
Did you give it a tickle?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. I've never been like real close to a chicken.
Did you encourage it to fly? Did you throw it
Chickens-
off the roof of your house?
Chickens can't fly.
Well, you can if you throw them off the roof of your house.
It was in the
Well-
cage the whole time.
They would only fly for a few seconds, then they would be dead.
If you think about it, we can all fly for a few seconds.
That's true.
Okay.
For a few seconds.
What a beautiful few seconds it would be, though.
Oh, here we go. Less of chickens, more of the dough. We're back on Planet Dog versus Mouse Sports. Thanks for the patience. And indeed, we're talking about Swift. Will he be caught out? And the answer is no, unless Neuer wants to go for a sweet little play and pop it to smoke. Ooh, the dust. Gonna have another pause.
Whoa.
Whoa, this is a
Whoa.
family stream.
Eric Dong.
Classic NA player, really. NA language.
We just don't know any other vocabulary. How else would you say it?
Yeah.
We use swears
you
like
just gonna
commas
say-
pretty much. We just throw them in
Exactly.
wherever.
It's just an adjective. You're gonna say my sound is messed up. That just doesn't bring the.
I mean, it's actually more
It's actually-
efficient
no,
to
it's-
say what he said
I mean,
because
technically-
it's less letters, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You don't have to say as much.
Is it an adjective? It's a verb, isn't it?
It could be every.
Yeah, that's
You
the
just-
beauty
But
of the.
technically, it's a verb.
It's very versatile.
Well, yeah.
What
you
about I don't
like-
give an? What about I don't give a fuck? That's
Well,
that's a noun.
He had the ed on the end.
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
messed up.
It's not a noun. It's not a singular
It could
thing.
be adjective.
Can it? Well, I mean, it's used as an adjective, but is that really proper?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
That word is so versatile.
I mean, I'm
really
sure it
is.
is, but it's the improper use of that word. It's.
Can you put Merlini on the fire list, please?
Have I got a pen?
I was explaining grammar.
Yeah, I have a
That's true.
very naughty word, Ben.
Hey, Eric
He's
Dong.
educating the
I'm
masses.
Ben Wu.
I'm trying to give you some insight into 747's NA mindset.
Well, I mean, I don't know why he's playing anymore because we're not having that at the international. Naughty
Yeah.
boys like that.
He's a respectable European lad now.
Yeah, I'm going to tell Gaben. Do you really want this sort of vulgarity at your $1 million LAN? And I'm pretty sure he'll say no. I'm pretty sure he will. He doesn't stand for that, Gaben. He's a polite guy. Have you ever heard Gaben swear?
No, actually.
No.
He
Yeah.
sat down with us last TI.
Yeah,
when we
I spoke
were-
with him. He didn't say a single swear word.
Well,
I mean,
he was only there for like 5 minutes.
They taught for us for like 10.
Believe
maybe.
me, I've met some people who can swear a lot in 5 minutes.
Owen, I
Yeah.
challenge you to get a swear word out of him.
Okay, I'll just stand on his
Ooh.
toe or something. You know, he's
You
always
don't wanna- you
he's
don't
always
wanna
wearing
make him
sandals.
mad.
He's got the vulnerable toes.
Why
I'll
would
go
you
for,
wanna
go,
make him
go for the
mad?
toes?
Well, that's the easiest way to get someone to
That's
curse.
true, actually. Probably would not work a Valve event again if I stood on Gaben's
Yeah,
toes.
you probably shouldn't intentionally try to piss him off.
Yeah, it's not really a smart life move or career move. Well, once again, apologies for this pause.
Hey! Now that's a Merlini right
like
there.
that.
What we got?
That's a
Oh,
that's a
that was
Merlini
cool.
who
Do it
wouldn't-
again. Do it again.
Ben can't
What
even
happened?
see it.
That's
Do it
a
again,
Merlini
do it
that
again.
wouldn't
I was behind the
curse.
monitor.
Do it again.
That was the point.
Do it again.
Do I need to move back
They're not
over
doing
here?
Yeah,
it.
you need to
Rob.
move back.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go to the other shot, and
There he is.
but see, Ben can't see it because he's behind the
Sorry,
monitor.
Ben, get out. What the hell?
Look, can you move it over like closer to Owen and then do that exact same motion?
What?
Oh, hi there.
Thank God we changed cameras right then.
Oh, they didn't see me get that.
Rob's on the A game. He
Rob's like,
understands how this
no,
works.
no.
It's really all
Oh,
up to him.
He wants our channel to stay not banned, I think. is
Yeah, I'm
the
not the
key.
guy who's playing Shadow Fiend and puts rude words in the chat.
He's also not the person who runs the stream.
What we got? TI7 admins just dropped a question mark.
Oh man, dude, he's been
They've
doing
just
that.
dropped a
He's been doing-
question.
he doesn't even really ask like what's going on. He's just like, what's the ETA? He
We're
just
gonna have-
question
We're
mark.
gonna have a
Well, I mean, I think he was pretty clear in what was wrong.
Oh yeah, I know. But then you can say
TI7
like how much time
admin.
or something, or you can be like you have 2 minutes remaining, but instead just like boom question
We've
mark.
got a question mark tally. I've
I mean,
definitely
it's an
seen.
NA admin, right?
I've definitely seen 3. No, I don't think it's an NA
It's
admin.
Andre, I think.
Is it
Oh,
Andre?
is it Andre?
Yeah.
I know he's working for. I think there's a few admins. There.
There are a few admins. I'm not sure which one it is, but
I don't think Andre would just question mark.
I think he would.
you're saying that
He
someone's
takes his
gone-
job
Yeah,
seriously.
he don't.
Yeah.
He
He
don't take
does.
no shit from nobody. Andre.
But that's why he wouldn't question mark, right? He'd be like, why are we still paused?
Don't question mark lol.
Well, question mark's international as well. You know, maybe if you're not sure if someone speaks English, just put a question mark.
Sometimes you need an upside down question mark though.
That is true. That is true.
Do you know what that voice line means?
It means. No, I don't know. One of them means.
It's GG.
I've been told this. Listen, yeah, it's a gay. It's GG.
Eto GG.
There's the oi 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 oi.
Yeah,
Something like what went wrong. I think that one is.
I think so.
And I don't
Actually,
know.
it's not oi, it's I. It's I.
It's ay 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 ay.
Yeah, it is.
Because oi and I are apparently different. One of my friends who's from Russia yelled at me for that.
Oh really?
I didn't know any better. I'm just an ignorant American. I don't know.
What did you say to him? You went oi oi oi.
Well,
He
I
was
was
like,
just
whoa!
quoting-
Don't insult my mother.
I was quoting the voice line. They
Okay.
were. It's because it means something different in context.
That's
It's not proper Russian.
Yeah.
that makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't.
I wonder if it's not the Dota 2 league.
I wouldn't want someone to turn LD's line and to be like, "Oh my gosh, goush." I don't even know how you would mess up WoW, but
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
goush.
I mean, English is complicated, but it's complicated because of
Oh,
context.
okay.
And like,
Well, yeah, I have it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got the reasons.
Look at
Okay,
him,
this
see?
one
There's the
is
LD.
lived until
That's
the
a very
end,
sad image.
died like a hero.
The emotion.
See, in a parallel universe, that LD said something else.
Ay, 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 ay.
but if he said something else, then we wouldn't have it in the in game.
I know.
Whoops, whoops.
That's you gotta be careful what you wish for. It's the theme.
It's a
and
double-edged sword.
It really is.
What is going on? How screwed up is his sound? I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, I understand
he
why
didn't-
you
he
used.
didn't
I
say
understand
screwed
why
up.
you used the word. Yeah, this is
Exactly.
obviously extreme screwage.
You
There's
drop
only
an
one word
F-bombs,
for that.
You know.
Something's terribly wrong with it. I don't blame him now for resorting to naughty words.
Draskell doesn't play with sound.
I don't.
You don't actually do.
You're disgusting.
I know, right?
I haven't
What do you
played with
do
sound
against
for a long
Monkey King? They specifically added that sound because everyone's like, wait, I don't know where Primal
time.
Spring
No
is
one
coming.
plays Monkey King, so
True.
a relevant question.
True.
That's true. There was that period though when it first came out, and it was.
I will say that playing with sound is better, like objectively better.
Well, a lot of the some of the pro Chinese teams, they don't use sound, do they? Because they find it advantageous, I guess, to just be able to talk without voice.
Well,
comms,
there's
just being able to hear each other
I guess so.
as a team.
For me, it's like when I feel like when I play without sound, I'm actually more focused than when I play with sound. I don't know why.
Yeah, you
Okay.
said you were like, oh, it makes me pay attention to the minimap more
Yeah.
and
That
stuff
makes
like
sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of sounds that you do hear that are irrelevant. You know what I mean?
It's true.
The game makes it. Not every sound that you hear in the game is actually useful information. In fact,
Right.
most of it isn't. because you see it happening.
But Dota 2 does have very good sound.
It really
Oh,
does.
it does. I love the sound, yeah.
And it has good
the
music.
the voice lines. You know, I know some people, they like to turn off the music, they like to turn off the voice lines, but yeah, it's great to play with.
I'm not ready yet. I hear that.
I
Oh,
hear
yeah,
that all
no,
the
so
time. Anytime.
I'm a phase boot
I'm
masher.
a phase boot spammer as well.
Yeah.
All the lines.
And I'm like, listen, Legion, I know it sucks, but I want to get it like as quickly as that comes off cooldown.
One thing I didn't realize as well, and someone told me, I probably didn't, probably everyone knows this. You know, if you actually triple click on your hero,
they'll
it
say
says
like
a line,
line, yeah.
but but you can literally spam it. So if you just keep left clicking on your hero, you can just walk around like an idiot because your hero's just, he won't shut up.
Oh.
And of course everyone hears it, so people are like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Wow.
But so advice still, you ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be annoying in pubs, just spam click on your hero, force out some rude lines.
Just pick techies.
Or just pick techies.
Not in the competitive game, though.
Well, we're back in. Sound must be now good for 747. And what was going on? So yeah, they made that move on Swift Ending, was unsuccessful. Up in the jungle, Milan. Eyes on to 747. Just want to be a little careful there. Rise is also in the neighborhood, and he'll look to trade a few hits with Milan on Milan's way out of the jungle. I'll say that Milan still hovering around a little bit, maybe seeing if he could sap up some of that X-Spin. I think he may have just been in range for the big creep, so boost him towards that level 3. Kaiser, of course, more space in the middle lane with these jungling plays from 747. Bottom lane, that's where the action is though. Neuer actually just getting range to Cog, and battery sold up J4, and can he get the kill? Brain sap keeping J4 alive, it's enough. Neuer respecting the fact that there is a Klink's moving across, but oh, beautiful Fisher there, bringing J4 very low. He is still alive though for the time being. They've got the dust out. It does clip Swift Ending. They don't care about not killing J4 if they can get the Klinks. The jump in, rotation for Kaiser. Oh no! The Sonic Wave misses, and now they've lost 2. Oh, they do get the clock, but Hester Joe's out, and that's a painful ult to miss. You just cost your team 2 lives essentially because you didn't land that. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
I haven't seen that spell miss in a while.
I mean, I haven't seen it miss that badly in a while. That was like...
That was a pretty quite off the mark. And yeah, in a situation where it wasn't like they were dodging it; they were just heading straight down.
I think
like
it's
the
one
pressure.
of those situations where you click on the hero.
Yeah.
If you click on the hero, it'll look like that. But a lot of the old school players sometimes click on the heroes. If you don't, I mean, Kaiser plays this hero like every game.
He plays it a lot. He is a very good quad. That was very uncharacteristic of Kaiser.
Well, fortunately, he still won his lane, even against the SF, who started with, what, 15 free souls?
Correct. Or I think it was like 11,
It
actually.
did. And even though 2 of his team died, he still got the kill on a clock, so he's like, oh, got my job done, got my kill.
Maybe that was his plan all along.
Wanted the solo XP.
Yeah, he wanted them to level up from the kills, and he was like, ha ha ha, suckers.
Get that solo action.
And he gets more gold that way.
Yeah.
Well played, sir.
Tactical
Kaiser,
plays.
what a genius.
Bottom lane. Opening up there with the Fisher. Has got the creep wave to help him out, but they have, well, I say to help him out, it ain't going to help shit when there's an Echo Slam available as he gets absolutely splattered.
I wonder if he's only 6 because of those kills.
Oh.
That would actually
I think he would have been. I think that would have been, yeah, that would have been the situation looking at where he is now in terms of XP. So that was, yeah, so before the 8-minute mark, hitting the 6. And making a big impression with it, knocking Swift Ending off the map.
Because that's kind of surprising, right? Like the Shaker being almost 7 right now.
What level is Klinks right now?
Klinks is he's about half a level behind. He's still in a good place, but yeah, that killed, making the big offset really between the 2 of them, giving that boost to the Shaker and allowing a bit of damage to be done to this bottom tier 1.
Does Klinks have Ags? Did they add one for him? I don't think so.
No, Klinks I don't think. Pretty
they
sure
keep changing the hero. It's like Death
Yeah.
Pack just keeps changing and changing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Ags. Yeah, in fact, I'm definitely sure he doesn't. In before I get a lot of angry tweets. Oh, Klinks has an Ag on him. So,
I'm pretty sure he doesn't too.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I was just double checking.
Well, smoke from Planet Dog there. They were trying to do that classic movement to catch out 747, but as it happened to be 747 down in the jungle towards the south, so the movement of the 3 of them doesn't catch anything. Rise getting some experience in the middle lane, close to level 5, as he looks towards that level 6 global silence. And it's going to actually be Planet Dog moving Swift Ending up towards the top lane and trying to get some carry-on-carry action involved. It is tough, though. It's a triple bracer. He's level 8, nearly level 9. It's not an easy kill for them to get, to be honest.
This is what he did last time, too.
Atos drums?
I think just Atos. Atos treads, I believe.
Okay.
Like I don't know if they can get. I mean, at the least, I mean Swift. He's spending a lot of time up here. Maybe they can force Ace out of the lane and try and take a tower, but this could be tough. They do have Ravage.
They need more than
Ravage. Yeah, killing Ace.
They need Queen of Pain here if they want to do anything.
Quap does have a TP, a little low on the health front, and Neuer's going to spot this out. So the fact that 3 are sitting up here, it feels like it's essentially just time wasted for Planet Dog. They're not going to get anything achieved. Ace is going to be more than fine. Bottom lane, Hester Joe having fun, still being solo. Now, with Swift Ending going back towards the bottom, maybe they can catch out Hester Joe.
He doesn't have Death Pact up.
Oh, that's true, actually.
And that goes up in 5 seconds.
Yeah, Hester Joe could turn this around if things get a bit saucy near the creeps.
Well, he doesn't have enough mana right now. He needs a Soul Ring to be up.
Let's see what he can do. With a third in, Hester Joe could be in trouble, looking for the Burrow Strike. They may not even need it yet. With the Brain Stab and the damage, they will finally get that kill they were looking for. That's a nice one, bit of a boost to Swift Ending's gold supply. And we'll have a look at the net worth for the heroes at the moment. 747 on par with Kaiser. Both of them sit at the top. Ace, though, with a 1k gold lead over the Cliques. And I feel a lot of that down to those movements that Swift Ending was making where he didn't find any action for a good minute or so. As Ace continues to find the free farm on this top lane.
Looks like he will be going for a medallion on the Clinks. Tidehunter picked up 2 Ring of Regens. I'm supposing for Pipe.
Pipe very good this game. I mean, very good in a lot of games that we see, but this one round, if he gets a good timing on it, it's going to allow Planet Dog to get a lot done pushing with this Kalinx. Does get a fair bit of damage done to the tier 1, but at the same time Ace actually doing more himself with his own push.
I feel like Clintz is going to have a lot of trouble this game.
Yeah, I think so too. He's struggled a lot in lane, and they've been very prepared with the detection. So Necrophos does have the drums that Andy was talking about.
And then Rod.
And then Rod, it looks like... Yeah, Rod's pretty good here.
I mean, that's like one of the most efficient builds ever, right? Triple bracers, wand, and a drum.
Because you also have all those early stat items inside of the bracers as well, and yeah. Smoking up. No one's in the bot lane though, but they might run into the Clinks.
Do they have detection? They do. Neuer has dust. They will miss the Clinks actually.
Quappers.
It looks to be, yeah, they want to go for someone in the mid lane. Milan, they want to be caught. Do they drop the Reapers for it? They won't even get the chance to. He's already dead.
That's a lot of hate.
Yeah, Global was used.
Do it all for the intelligence.
That's true.
And we'll see on in a moment. That's his second involvement, the +4 now on Silencer. Now Smoke Up in return from Planet Dog.
Global,
there's no Global.
Global down is bad for them.
Yeah.
Full duration grip could come out onto Ace right now.
That would be the kill. He's been very hard to actually be punished earlier. Here they have the perfect setup. There's the Fiend's grip. Do they have the damage to bring him down during it? I don't think they're going to. He's going to get the chance to go Shroud. No, okay. Sonic Wave will be enough to burst through it. As there was a TP, I believe, coming in, but it was cancelled as they realized that there was no hope of saving the Necro. And that's the kill the Planet Dog were after. They take down Ace. They get good pressure onto the tier 1 up top with their full lineup, other than Milan, pummeling into this tower. Same time, though, Hester Joe and Neuer, they themselves might be able to find the tier 1 trade. As Danish players indeed do just let that one go to Planet Dog.
I think that's really all they have to do. Just fight around your team fight. If Global's down, have the Tidehunter sit in the front, kill towers. Eventually, when the Clinks gets BKB, I don't really know what Danish players are going to be able to do about that. Like, he actually owns almost all of their heroes with BKB.
I mean, SF is pretty big though. He can deal physical damage if he needs to. All you need to do is just keep Clinks still, which Clockwork can handle, Earthshaker can handle. And you can even scythe through BKB just to keep Clinks from waste some of the strafe time and stuff like that.
Oh, he's rushing Diffusal on Clinks.
Yeah, for the Necro, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good play overall.
I think it's actually an underrated item on the hero in general, because Clink's biggest issue is that he actually can't stay in range of the heroes that he's attacking, because your movement speed comes from your skeleton walk, and then when you're out of it, you lose all the movement speed. You hit really fast, but you can't keep them in range. So Diffusal Blade allows you to just pretty much kill anyone.
Kaiser has walked into the wrong neighborhood here. Bam!
Ouch.
He had his wand. He may have been able to. Well, actually, well, I don't know.
He had a curse and last word on him, I think, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, instant jump there.
There's much better movement coming out from Danish players this game than last game. And it's still overall the same concept. Let Ace do his thing, while the other 4 heroes do their own thing.
Just gotta wait for the admin question mark now.
It's gonna come. I can feel it. If they aren't back nice and quick like good little boys.
Reason? Question mark.
DC for what?
And Quops out and 747 follows suit. Maybe
I guess
still
the
has
SF
some.
is pretty farm.
Yeah, in this game, he's ahead of Kaiser.
What do you buy?
Do you think he goes for the full-out Hurricane Pike BKB? Does he need to play as safe as he did in Game 1 in terms of items?
I don't think he needs Pike.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think he needs
Dragon Lance is enough
BKB
for the
is
stage.
crazy value against those heroes.
Yeah, it is. But getting it early may be a bit of an issue, though.
Manta's not really good this game either.
Deso? He's really the only physical damage dealer, so maybe not Deso.
They could go Silver Edge to kill the Tide early, too, with Global.
I like Silver Edge.
Oh yeah, I'd be okay with
You can also just go like SNY. I think SNY is fine, too.
Mr. Joe has the dust. There is backup on the way as well. If you can keep control of Swift for long enough, they've got a good shot at bringing down the Clinks. That dust slowing him down. Neuer has not got hook shot for 15 seconds. And in fact, he's got more issues on his hands. As J4's there, holds him back with the Nightmare. Dust is now worn off. In fact, they're thinking about turning this straight up with the Fiend's Grip. The Global comes out to cancel it. Still, a lot of members around. Hester Joe blinks back. May look to re-engage once the blink's back up if he sees his opportunity to do so. Fisher comes out, but it won't be enough to save Neuer. Neuer down. Hester Joe now caught out by the Burrow Strike. Planet Dog making some great moves to react to Danish Bears up top as they themselves get the double kill for Swift ending. And punish Danish Bears for making quite a long chase for that Clinks, buying more than enough time for Planet Dog to react.
Didn't even have to use Ravage. And they popped Global for that as well.
Yeah, that Global played right into the Dog's hands.
And maybe they could do something mid with the Ravage. Out it comes, 3-3, catches 2 with the Ravage. Burrow Strike forward onto the Silencer, but in return there's the Reaper Scythe. They get the kill onto Kaiser. Toe shot forward, and this time it's Danish Bears who react to the reaction of Planet Dog. They tried to force something with the Ravage. It did look like they could move across for it. But with Ace in the neighborhood, they had the self-sustain, and he gets that big Reaper's drop as well, dropping Kaiser out for 50 seconds.
So what I'm gathering is the team that uses their big team fight ultimate is going to lose the fight.
It seems to be what it has been in those last 2.
They were attacking different targets.
Yeah, they were split.
So.
And that's,
Is that his Atos?
I believe that is. If I can actually click on the correct. It is, yeah. Atos complete and out.
It is going to be Silver Edge, most likely. On the Shadow Fiend as well. He's completed the Shadow Blade. It's on the Courier.
Okay. Most of that all, Hester Joe still has that Echo Slam ready to go. And they're looking to make moves with that down bottom. Global Silence back up in 30.
This Atos is already up.
Yeah.
I don't like Clinks' chances in this game. I think like he has Diffusal, but I think he might just die with Diffusal. Like there's Echo, there's Global, there's like Requiem, there's Hookshot, there's so many things that he actually needs BKB for that.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that he can actually do that much with Diffusal.
Just the Clockwork hook into Reaper is him dead pretty much.
Yeah.
Is anyone else actually able to buy a Force Staff on Planet Dog? I think they really need one.
Oh, Neuer gets the hook shot. Post blink, still 5 seconds before Kaiser can jump out. And again, there's a Reaper's available. He will use himself up. Do they have the catch here with a beautiful Fisher timing? They do. Reaper's up. Oh!
Whoa.
Oh my
Whoa.
God! And he denies himself to unusual. Maybe he didn't want to die. Maybe the Death Pulse would have killed him actually, so it's good that he did deny himself. But that Nightmare save from J4, something that we didn't really talk about or expect, but that was
7 for
bang
7.
on. Oi, oi, oi. Top lane, Hester Joe will be caught out. Got the Fiend's Grip here, and they do find themselves the kill at the same time. The 747 indeed did waltz in with the rest of the gang, take down the Sand King. But yeah, whew, some pretty little plays coming out in this game, that's for sure. I mean, I guess it totally makes sense. The Bane against the Necro, if you're in range, it's pretty damn good at saving that your teammate from a huge burst of damage and that imminent death.
It's just hard to get off. The cast range is really low.
Yeah, you kind of have to know who's going to get Reapered before they get Reapered.
Okay.
And also the Scythe came out suspiciously late. Like, he put it in almost Culling Blade range, as opposed to a pretty safe percentage to start the Scythe, because I guess they were waiting for this global silence to run out so that they could guarantee that they get as much stun possibility on the Queen of Pain.
I think what happened was he used himself to break the global.
Yeah.
And then he got fissured after the fact, and they realized that he would have blinked after because he didn't get to blink before. Because he blinked originally, and then he got caught.
But I feel like they had enough damage to finish him off with the Scythe even like before.
Oh, Neuer. There's the hook shot, makes the connection. Ace, does he want to drop a Reapers on this one? The pipe is out. In fact, that's going to be enough to save him from the initial death. He does still go down. Same time, elsewhere on the map, middle lane. They do lose their silencer to the movements of Klink's Swift Ending. So these trades go up. I mean, I'm sorry I'm not able to catch them both with the Titans. We need a bit of a split cam for this game, as both teams reacting to whenever one of their members gets caught out, they look to try and find the pick elsewhere. And they do make those trades happen. Overall, though, 3k gold lead towards the side of Danish Bears. And that SF is getting bigger and bigger, scarier and scarier. 747. Shadowblade nearly lost the BKB. Quick link down from Hester Joe. Kaiser actually coming in aggressive for that play. They have vision, but he does have the Yules, and he's got the second blink as he gets himself back out, back to safety.
J4 setting up a trap.
Global is up there. It'll be hard to execute. Alan, eyes on the DD, see if he's saving it for anyone. Doesn't really have too many near their neighborhood. Maybe if they can get it on Swift or Kaiser.
If he can take Roche off that would be pretty sweet. Global is up.
Pretty sure he can.
He
needs a creep,
very quick. Yeah, he's looking for it. In fact, they may find more than a creep.
Oh, Ace has Ghost Scepter. That's the defusal counter right there.
But there we go, straight in. Is he going to get a chance to react? The global comes out. It's not enough with the Ghost to save himself as he gets bursted down. Hook shot from Neuer. Or comes in, gets two in the cogs. He needs backup, though. He's on his own. In fact, he may get punished for this one. Neuer down. 747 did manage to find the kill on the Sand King, but overall, Planet Dog take two, and they're not done yet. Kaiser jumping forward onto Rise. DD on the quap as he beats into the silencer. He's almost certainly going to tick down to the Shadow Strike. In fact, Kaiser jumps in. Oh, the deny. 747 with the taunt as well. Does manage to deny Rise, but overall it's still three members hitting the deck on Danish Bears. As Planet Dog, again with the better team fight. And that was a team fight around the global as well. So this has got to be good news for Planet Dog. And a bit of a wake-up call for Danish Bears that they've got to change up the way that they're reacting to these team fights.
One of the worst parts about Necro's build is he has no armor. He's like purely relying on being invulnerable to physical, which doesn't really work against the defusal. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna mention that like Tide has barely ravaged this game at all. Like,
yeah, I think we just seen the one in the mid lane.
It's just been one ravage, and they're still like doing okay. I don't know. I think the later the game goes, like Klink's didn't really have a good lane, but I think he's in a position where, as soon as you get magic immunity, you're going to have like one really good standout fight and you're just going to kill everyone.
Well, that's true for both teams though. Neither team has a BKB yet. And
yeah, but I think like SF is a bit different because he doesn't front load as much pure physical damage as a Klinks can. He's more of like the AoE team fight where he offers you like Requiem and Raise and stuff. And that's going to be fighting into pipe. Whereas physical damage mitigation, I don't really see Danish Bears having a tremendous amount of that.
Necro could build a Crimson if he wanted to, but I find that unlikely.
He needs armor. Shivas, Blade Mail, Veil. He has none of those. He's only seeing an 8 armor.
Yeah, that's another problem with this build. He's super inventory starved. He's like pretty much 6 slotted already. He's gonna have to start selling stuff soon.
Yeah, I don't know why he sold his Blink Dagger right there. I think it's because he wanted to farm this creep wave, but he didn't want to show that he had Blink Dagger money.
Smart, yeah. Okay. Milan, making sure he thinks of everything, considers the, as you say, that chance for them to know that he has a blink. They don't. He plays it sneaky.
Tide actually went for Midas too.
Why? Because yeah, he had the blink queued up and he was saving the gold, but
he doesn't need it.
He doesn't.
He
doesn't
fight
fight
Ravage.
Yeah.
Without Ravage, so like let Sand King handle it. He just got his Blink Dagger.
Another tower, those given up as Danish Bears with the 5-man up at the top lane, start to power down the lane at the same time. They'll look for the trade. Planet Dog. Force out the fortification. Should get this tier 1. They are in danger of losing a tier 2 as well, though, as at the moment, Danish Bears seem to have the superior push with the size that 747 is. They'll take a tier 2 as well. See if Planet Dog can get away with a tier 2 themselves. They're looking towards that tier 2. They may get forced back, though. It's 747 and the boys forced forward on the top lane. And they are going to start doing serious damage here to the tier 3. Planet Dog, they need to make a decision, and it is indeed going to be backing straight up and trying to get them off this tier 3. And, will be the case, but definitely Danish Bears happy with that play. They protect their own tier 2, they force back the majority of Planet Dog, and get themselves out with not even a scratch.
They should take advantage of this position, get a lot of vision around the pit. This is going to be your best shot, but they are not.
I think fighting the pit is super dangerous.
Yeah, I guess with what Ravage Epi. Yeah, you're right.
Ravage Epi's really bad for them.
But they can't really afford to give up a Roche for free either. I mean, you have good ways of keeping track on him. You've got the flare.
True.
You've got the threat of global.
I don't think they'll stray away from a fight, though. It's a 10-second BKB on 747.
Yeah, I just don't think any team wants to compromise their position in the Roche pit. It's game-losing play. Unless you're... yeah.
I mean, Klinks could just go in there by himself with, like... Well, Tidehunter's the best tank, but he's also your best counter initiation as well, so I don't know who you send in him.
I feel like both teams would just wait for a pick.
Yeah, just wait for a pick. Just way safer.
In this
like
case,
now,
looking for a pick, yeah. Straight towards the mid, Echo Slam to control Kaiser. Again, that nut, is that actually going to keep him alive? The Yours comes out, but the Global Silence was just after he used it. So it still shuts him up and will allow them to get the kill. Again, nice, J4's doing everything he can with these Nightmares to try and protect his cause. But yeah, just the timing not quite there with the Yours in correspondence to that silence.
She also has no armor, Queen of Pain. Very difficult versus the Queen without it.
Versus the SF, you mean?
Oh yeah, versus the SF. Yeah, her SF hits pretty hard right now.
She basically has like 2 armor, I think.
Oh yeah, once he's in the neighborhood.
Presence of the Dark Lord, yeah.
And they have Medallion on Silencer, so sitting well into the negatives with that.
It'll be an easy Roche hit off the back of that pickup. As Danish Bears.
This is like super scary, actually.
Yeah, they're starting to climb in the net worth. It's still only a 3K. As we see, it's hovered around Danish Bears' advantage for the most part with just the speed really the 747's been picking up farm across the map. Very much ahead of any other core in this game so far. 14,000 on him. Silver Edge, I believe, nearly done. Is that he's got the recipe on the courier? Yeah, just 100 or so.
Oh, Shiva's got recipe also, so Necro, I'm
How's
assuming.
he doing? He still needs the staff. Bottom lane. Even though the Aegis is in the hands of Danish Bear, Planet
Dog,
Dog
fight this, right?
are still getting aggressive. They're going to lose J4 on the sidelines. They'll buy some time with the Self Nightmare, but he still goes down. Fisher comes out, connecting onto 3-3, and he's going to be gonzo as well. The rest of Planet Dog have just got to get themselves the hell out of there. And you've got to kind of ask yourself, was that really the plan to push on a tier 2 after knowing they had the Aegis and that they had the superior control of this area of the map? That was a little bit risky from Planet Dog, and it did not pay off.
He really wanted some chicken right there, dude. He scripted the chicken, and no one was there to attack it. They didn't even get the chicken.
Oh, it survived. The top lane has to Joe.
Echo in 3.
2, 1. There we go, though. He'll take Swift. Does he have detection? Of course he does. He poked the dust. Swift ending does have the BKB. Has to Joe. Forced away. The Medallion out on him to protect him.
Oh, never mind.
And
no
Swift.
shot.
They've got the physical damage though, haven't they? Oh, with the enchant totem slap, bringing him down, they do. And that is a Klinks BKB getting taken down. He did get the tower, but he loses his life. Danish Bears, yeah, ever since that Roche, it's being on the up and up for them, the momentum this game. As Planet Dog thrown away a little bit too much on the bottom and top lanes.
Downside about new Death Pact is that you have a lot of downtime. I think he was in between the downtime. If he still had it up, I think he would have been able to TP out in time. But
might have even killed the Shaker.
He also didn't defuse the
Kaiser. He is gone here.
My.
They should have the... Oh! Actually getting himself in a better position there. The Cog's pulling him out of range of the Shaker so he can blink out. Can they stop this? Blinks there. Ooh, great location, but not quite the speed. Couldn't get there in time. I mean, so Kaiser survives that.
They had global, but I think it's fine not to use it.
All right.
He's done. He's gone. I mean, This is now a point where you got to ask if Danish Bears really want to stick around. They've lost a silencer, maybe even more. Kaiser jumping forward, has the Yules set up. They do have a Ravage to play around.
And a Blink Dagger on Tide now.
He's going to hold back, doesn't want to go in on it.
They just showed 2 heroes top. Danish Bears did. Had to expect some sort of counter initiation as soon as that happened.
They're just like super scared to play into the SF, I think, still.
I mean, he has an Aegis, so it's not too surprising. But he's also very, very large.
Silver Edge, is he going to get the kill on Kaiser?
Oh, no. The hook shot block. Or I
he had
guess you say Noya not getting the right angle.
Could have shot himself to a side, but...
It could be one of those situations where you're looking at where you're hooking instead of looking at where you are.
Yeah.
And Kaiser's got to feel great. He's pretty much cheated death twice. You know, with Requiems, Echo Slams, hook shots. He doesn't give a damn. He's escaped it twice.
Yeah, the big issue right now is the SF's going to have Butterfly before anyone's even starting to make a BKB. Like, or
MKB.
sorry, MKB. Yeah, that's a huge issue.
Or Bloodthorn.
Or J4. Hello. Goodbye.
Or Enchant right there.
+2 for Rise, up to 22. They take an easy pick on the silence, bottom lane. 747 won't be able to find Swift, and there's Hester Joe can do something, and he does land the dust, comes in just in time with that TP towards the shrine. Swift ending pops the BKB, tries to TP. Oh, that's a beautiful stun. That will be enough to buy the time for Swift ending to get out of there. Question if Milan can be as fortunate, and it's unlikely to be so with Ace coming in, has the control with the rod, but a very nice play from the Sand King to save the life of the Clicks.
What a team player.
What a player.
I mean, I guess this is working in Planet Dog's best interest because so far Danish Bears have not been able to push with this Aegis at all. But at the same time, they keep giving this SF kill. So like, yes, he's not pushing, but he's still accelerating his net worth very easily.
Necrophus finally has his armor item too. So not only do they have to worry about the SF.
Let's see if they try this again. Oh, it didn't work out last time, and it doesn't work out again. They just can't catch this Quap.
He had the 4 stuff also.
Yeah, but I think in that, well, yeah, I don't know. That was just a interesting play, I guess.
Maybe he tried to go for the max range blink and slightly overshot it.
That may be true.
Yeah, got the.
How do you feel about this Pop Lincolns?
It's great against the Reapers.
Yeah, but that's pretty much
like that's
it.
the.
But that's
I mean, that's good because
right?
nothing else can. Well, you've got the
that and I think Rod. Rod is really irritating for him.
Top Hester Joe in trouble. Tries to come out, push the wave out, will be punished. Noya still hanging around very close to them. We'll see if they could do anything to punish Planet Dog for taking down Hester Joe. Rod of Atos onto the Clinks. They have the dust out, but there's 3-3. Comes in with the Ravage, catches off both of them. The BKB out in time, though, by 747. Manning up against the Clinks. Swift Denning trying to escape, but the Reapers comes in, controls him, holds him in place, and allows 747 to finish him off with the help of the team. Kaiser, they block, they take the Lincolns out of him. They get the follow-up rod, but here comes the epicenter from Milan into the Fiend's Grip from J4. Do they have the damage with the Gush and the Anchor Splash? They do. 3-3 gets the double kill as he takes down 747 on the Shadow Fiend. Ace trying to get out of there with a Ghost Shroud. Kaiser, not a lot of mana to play with. Milan comes in with the Burrow Strike, but Ace, he survives! Somehow not going down, finally falls as 3-3 comes round, secures the finisher. Rise now in trouble as Kaiser, still alive amongst it all, comes back in with the help of J4 on 3-3s to finish him off. Planet Dog, despite losing the Clinks and the Sand King, they get a lot done in return.
Bane looked like a good hero right there.
Bane is looking like a good hero.
I mean, these Bane and Tide plays have been great. I mean, as you said, there was a period where 3-3 didn't really get to do much with the Ravages, but like that fight, he just pulled them apart. Danish Bears did not know how to fight into that Tide, just splitting them apart, and as you said, Bane just finding the opportune positioning to get that long duration Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, look how farm Tide is.
Yeah.
He's almost, he has his level 20 talent. He's going to have Refresher with the cooldown reduction pretty soon.
Yeah.
Wow, he's level 20, he didn't get EXP?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Actually, is it guaranteed that he goes for cooldown reduction?
I think so.
I would say so, yeah.
If you go refresher, I think definitely.
Yeah, look at the 0 levels.
That's true.
I mean, he has obviously got that Midas, but yeah,
That is crazy.
up there.
I don't know how he's level 20.
I mean, he's been hitting a lot of creeps, hasn't he? He's been alone and farming. So he's 211 CS.
That's like the X factor, right? The super late game Tide.
Yeah.
That is really hard to play against. Double Ravage with a short duration BKB.
Yeah, how much time is on SF's BKB right
I think
now?
it's still like 7 seconds or 8 seconds.
That's not nice.
Oh, it's not.
He actually
yeah,
popped it
okay.
the once. Yeah. That last fight, actually, yeah, the first use of it.
It worked out because he popped the BKB to kill Swift ending.
Yeah.
But 33 held his Ravage for a super long time, and then they get a full duration Fiend's Grip on the SF after the BKB's down. Are able to kill.
Jumps out bottom, and we'll find J4 as a quick and easy pick there for the team. It's money for 747. Overall, this is, again, in terms of momentum, it's very hard for both teams to really get something big going, because as soon as they do, it gets turned around. And now for the first time in the game, it's actually going to be Planet Dog with the slight advantage overall. I mean, this game, as you were saying earlier, as it goes later and later, is there a lineup you do favor that should be stronger?
I think the Tidehunter lineup would be stronger, like ultra
Yeah,
late.
just because of how farm 3-3 is.
Just in fights, yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
like
I agree.
you can play around 5-man fights if you're Danish Bears, but if you try to fight into a late game Tide, it's very troublesome.
You just have a lot of trouble pushing high ground.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really see them being able to push high ground well at all.
No, I guess it's down to Clinks, but as you said,
Clinks
It's
up
Oh,
top.
sorry. Danish Bears.
oh, Danish Bears, sorry.
Yeah,
I
pushing
guess
into the Tide is like... He
I mean,
has refresher.
with the BKB and the butterfly and 747, you're pretty good, aren't you?
Double Ravage, though.
True. You can wait out the BKB.
As long as Clinks has MKB. He's actually not that far behind.
Yeah, Clinks has a lot of room to grow, and that's what has me favoring Planet Dog in the ultra late. Because Necro kind of, like, you never really reach that bristleback type stage where, like, if you're the only person alive, then you will not only stay alive for a long time when you're 5v1ing, but you will also be killing the enemy. Necro will just stay alive, but he won't really be doing that much damage.
It's going to be a lot down to who gets the better jump, I think.
Like this.
looking for Ace. There's the global to respond, but the Ravage comes in, connects onto 2. There's the global. He doesn't actually have mana there for the second Ravage immediately, and in fact silence up as well. There wouldn't have been a chance. They do lose the clock though. Swift ending, pulse the BKB list towards 747. 747 though, trying to man up, but J4 again with this Fiend's Grip control during the magic immunity, limiting how much he can get out. Hester will jump in to try and catch it, but there we go, 3-3 in with the second Ravage. That's going to be a third down. Hester Joe looks to fall as well. They did get the Reaper Scythe onto the Bane, but overall Planet Dog with a beautiful fight. And at the end of the day, the fact that 3-3 couldn't immediately do that second Ravage, that was perfect for them because he could then come back in after the BKBs and have a huge impact as they take 4, lose 1, and instantly Earthshaker has to buy back. The Tidehunter, you guys said it. It's the hero to watch in these team fights now.
I mean, I was kind of poking fun at Ben earlier.
You can't
For
be
saying-
a good
for saying
Tidehunter
he's
player.
ownage, man.
He's
Yeah.
actually
How are you gonna
super
make
good.
plays on a Tidehunter?
This guy is ownage. I'm telling you. It's
Yeah,
hard to
he
hype
is.
up Tidehunter. This guy is... I don't even know how he farmed refresher this quickly.
He is killing it for sure.
Yeah, dude. 3-3.
And that's got to be worrying as well for Danish players. When you're fighting with Global, SF's BKB, and you, as we saw there, you really struggle to do anything when the ults are up for Planet Dog.
And that's without MKB as well. Swift ending. Like, he was disabled for so long, but they didn't have any damage output on him because they don't have anything that really does physical damage besides the Clinks.
Yeah.
So once he has that MKB in his inventory, the fights are going to look even harder.
Yeah, that's SF's going to get shredded. And it really is, not just the type, but J4 as well. You know, we're seeing him, despite what he's up against, getting some really crucial Fiend's Grips off.
He's just really patient.
Yeah.
Well, that fight, they immediately globaled to try to save when they initiated with the Ravage. I think it's actually kind of hard to play a Silencer this game because you really do want to, like, globaling after a Ravage isn't necessarily a bad thing because it kind of stops all the follow-up spells, but then you run the risk of, like, Epi getting off and Fiend's Grip getting off as well.
Yeah,
I'm actually unsure of, like, what the best way to global is in this game. I don't think there's, like, a right answer.
When's the last time the Danish Bears were able to start a fight?
I mean, that is the ideal scenario, right?
Yeah.
You global when you initiate.
and that just is never happening. I mean, playing Silencer as a counter-initiator is always pretty difficult, because if the team is very mobile, then you global and they can just leave. Or if you're very tanky, like what Planet Dog are, you can just global and they'll just sit there and eat the global.
On mid lane, smoke up from the side. They know that there's no, well, there's Ravage up again in 5 seconds, to be fair. Only the singular one though. J4 on the front of this all, 747 leading it with the Silver Edge, but J4 has that Glimmer Cape. And of course 747 himself, no vision on the SF, so won't be able to find the Bane. But just move in position, start to push down the tier 2 at the same time though. Milan forcing out the bottom lane. Kaiser ready to start work towards that top tier 3. They'll look to try and finish off the tier 2, but time's being bought with that fortification. They have, in fact, they do have the double Ravage at the availability. TP backs are coming out. So if there's any sort of cancel, there won't be. So they will be able to successfully TP back and defend. I said that the Rise has been left behind. In fact, they'll jump in, they'll find him into the trees. They hunt him down. They will punish the Silencer. Silencer down for 50 seconds. This is a nice opening again for Planet Dog, where there's no global silence. They have the double Ravage. This could be time for them to make another play themselves.
Yeah, they flared the Roshan pit immediately, maybe thinking the Planet Dog would just walk in there, and they will.
I mean, what does he's obviously got this energy booster queued up, I imagine, because he realized that the mana's not there for this double Ravage.
Probably Lotus, right?
Does he just get the Lotus?
Well, he already has Arcanes, so...
I think,
Okay. Sand King was caught outside of the pit, but this could be creating space unless they can get in and stop this. This would be huge for Danish Bears if they can steal, but the Ravage comes out. BKB was there in time for 747, and it is going to be Planet Dog finding the Roshan kill and the Aegis. There was no steal here from Danish Bears. They've lost the clock, but the mana for 747 will get one kid. He's going to look for the perfect timing, but he's not going to get the chance. 3-3 comes in with the Ravage to make sure the Requiem can't come out in time. Now the Global comes through. Esther Joe jumps in with the Echo Slam onto 2. They've taken down the Clinks a second time. Kaiser able to swallow the cheese, jumps out. J4 tries for the TP away, not going to be successful, as the Danish Bears do find the kills. They don't get the steal on Roshan, but they do make Planet Dog hurt for it. Taking that Clinks down, that is a big kill to happen. There was a buyback as well from Milan, as he was hoping to get in and turn the tide of the fight. But instantly taking the Aegis out of the life of the Clinks and killing him a second time, they'll be fine with this. This is a good play for Danish Bears, considering the way the majority of fights have been going at this stage.
Tide actually needs a way to get out of global. I think him not being able to Ravage twice immediately is a big deal, because then they can't kill the Shadow Fiend. Also, Clinks is just a tiny bit under farm. He didn't have his MKB last fight. He still doesn't have enough money for it, but he's so close.
Look at this. 747. Let's go straight down the mid. Takes the tier 3. Burrow Strike will catch him. Hester Joe's there with a 2-man Fisher in response. 3-3 being forced back. In fact, with the break, he's taking huge amounts of damage and will just survive thanks to the Shrine Heal. The rest of the side of Danish Bears are in. They're looking to be the first team to take a set of racks this game. 10 seconds before the Clinks is back. He really does not want to expend this buyback, and because of that, they may just have to let these racks go. They're going to lose the melee racks in the middle lane. They turn their attention towards the ranged racks as well. And Danish Bears, off the back of that team fight round Roshan, secure themselves the melee racks in the middle lane.
Yeah, the lack of MKB and Swift Ending was the make or break, like Ben was saying. If they had it during the Roshan fight, I think they probably would have been able to kill the SF. And Lotus for 33 would be pretty great. But I think at the same time, like, not Ravaging twice actually saved Swift Ending from, like, immediately getting deleted by a Requiem when he got respawned from the Aegis.
Yeah, that second Ravage was pretty clutch in that respect.
But then, like, he shouldn't have died in the first place, though.
True. I guess if you had to.
Yeah, I guess if you just, like, stun them for, like, 5 seconds at the beginning.
Which would have been easier if Sand King didn't get picked at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, we didn't see how
he was caught just here. I can only imagine he was scanning out. I think they dropped, well, the wall was maybe out already, so they knew exactly where he was hiding. And they just hunted him down before the fight kicked off. Smoke again from the side of Danish Bears, looking to keep this newfound momentum rolling.
SF is 25 now. It's not really like that massive of a 25, but... Oh.
I mean, 150 attack range is pretty solid.
Yeah, for sieging, it's amazing, and that's going to be his check.
There we go. Jump in. Burrow Strike onto 747. Does have the BKB available, and of course, very damn tanky. Etoz is there. 3-3 comes in with the 3-man Ravage. They'll turn towards the SF. They rip him apart. The MKB, as you guys were saying, making all the difference. Making it very quick and easy for Swift Ending to take down that SF. Burrow Strike isn't going to connect onto Ace, so Ace will get out. Rise won't be as fortunate as Planet Dog hold. And as we saw then, that MKB does indeed allow them to absolutely delete 747.
Didn't get his BKB off in time. I don't think it would have mattered that much, but protecting SF is a huge issue for them now. I don't think he can survive. He didn't survive one Ravage at all.
No.
That fight.
Yeah.
So if two Ravages are chained without BKB, he's definitely dead.
Basically, we keep making justifications for one team or the other based on who gets initiation. In the Roche pit fight, Danish Bears got the initiation. We're like, oh, well, Tidehunter really needs a way to take off Global. This time, Planet Dog got the initiation, and we're like, well, you really need a better way to protect SF.
Oh wow, he's going Scythe on Tide.
I like it.
I like it too. It's a way to deal with the BKB, and you might not even need a blow Ravage. And it still gives them mana enough to...
How do you deal with Global, though? I mean,
Yeah.
someone has a Lotus on his team. I
The
don't know.
Sand King has it.
Oh, okay.
So I think like the idea of the SF getting BKB off before Ravage doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, depending on how many other targets your Ravage hits. Because say like he hits 3 or 4 people, but the SF's BKB, that just means that his team can't help him while he's BKB'd, and that the, like Swift Ending is still just hitting him. I don't know if you can sit and man fight in that situation.
He needs Satanic to man fight.
Yeah.
Or unless if Ace picks up an E-Blade or something like that.
They actually need to jump the Tide, I think, at the beginning of the fight.
It's so hard though. 33's
Yeah.
positioning's been
It,
really, really
but if you can kill him with Global, right? Global plus Break.
good. Yeah.
That's and then no Ravage in the fight. You could potentially win it like that. That'd be great for them.
Ace.
Uh-oh.
He needs
is
help.
So far.
And he needs it quickly. Milan jumping in with the Burrow Strike. Fisher to hold back the side, but still J4 gets the range for the Fiend's Grip. There's no Global Silence. Now the Global's back up just in time. Will stop the Fiend's Grip. Gives some time for Ace to potentially get himself out of there. Still falling low, but the Sonic Wave in. Hester Joe in the back does get the 3-man Echo Slam, but Kaiser and Milan jump forward, dispatch of a second, and Hester Joe's in trouble as well. The Echo Slam alone, not enough to bring down the members of Planet Dog. Danish Bears lose 3. Only the 2 of them surviving. 747 and Neuer get themselves out of there. But again, some fantastic jumps from Planet Dog. Ace just getting caught a little too far away from home, forcing the rest of his team to come out and try and save him, but to little success.
Oh, that was without Ravage.
Yeah, they didn't use either Ravage there.
No.
Yeah, that's super bad.
Oh no.
Time to push high ground.
And
1
Global
minute without the Shaker.
And 2 minutes without Global.
They should be able to get away with at least Arax here. It's going to be very hard for them to stop. They do have a big creep wave pushing in on the middle. Buyback will indeed come out from the Necro. Fortification as well. We'll see how confident Planet Dog are. And indeed, with that double Ravage still up, they should be very much so indeed. Especially knowing that the Echo Slam's down. And there we have it. Swift Ending deletes the melee racks. There's the jump in. Ravage number 1. Ravage number 2 gets all 3 of them. Have they got the damage to do it? Neuer comes in with the disarm onto the Clinks. 747 revving up the Requiem. Can they turn this? No, they've lost Ace. He's down for 100 seconds. Rise getting Shadow Strike. Milan jumps in with the Burrow Strike to hold back the SF. They've got the Yules play as well, just teasing with Danish Bears in the fountain. And once again, Planet Dog making some brilliant calls, brilliant jumps, and with the no Necrophos, 80 seconds, they move towards mid. They should easily be able to take a second set of racks here, maybe even more. As ults, 10 seconds to Echo Slam. See him lead in with the Fisher, the Glimmer Cape, and the Nightmare trying to protect the type will allow him to live. They do actually manage to push them away from the racks. This is pretty big considering the way that play went out up top, but no, it may not be over. Milan back in with the Burrow Strike. There's the Fiend's Grip from J4. The Sonic Wave flies through. They take down the clock. No buyback on him either for 50 seconds. 747 jumps himself back with the Hurricane Pike and the Silver Edge. Now they get back in. Planet Dog will indeed find that second set of racks. Hester Joe has the Blink Echo. Down to bottom. Can they make it go on to Kaiser? There'll be a buyback now on clock. It's back up. Incredibly grouped up here, but not looking to jump that far out of the base, Hester Joe.
Who the heck has all those salves?
Dude, he just ferried them in.
Dude,
Sand King brought in a bunch of salves. He's like, we're not leaving. This is it.
Yo, that's the strat.
That's the strat.
I think he bought 6.
There's another
What a
team
team
who
player.
does that. Oh god, I can't remember who it is.
Is it OG?
It's one of the CIS teams.
Was it one of the
No,
CIS?
no, it's one of the CIS teams.
Oh
who
yeah,
does
I know
this.
what you're talking about.
God, who is it? Is
Is
it
it not VP? Yeah,
it's
I
VP,
think,
yeah.
I saw him do
Solo.
it during Summit.
Solo,
Yeah,
right?
Solo does it.
He
Yeah.
buys like 20 cells.
Yeah, and he just
sells
backpacks
his whole
them.
team. Dude, it's so good.
That was such a long siege, and they almost wanted to go for a third one until Clockwork
I mean,
fought back.
are you ready to see the net worth graph? It's pretty sharp now. Straight up for Planet Dog.
As soon as they got those kills without even expending a single Ravage in top, and they were so close to the base, that is just... That's a really rough shot to take.
Milan could be a bit of a freebie here, as they do catch him out on the mid lane, and indeed, no escape for the escape. I say that. Surely he does
Salve
escape
up.
this. He does not escape this. He's down for 100. They get the kill. Hey, could see if they could try and force out a buyback from the Sand King at least. Down for 100 seconds. Status of Roshan actually did longer respawn. So not really going the way that Danish Bears would have hoped. They would have loved to try and take a sneaky Roche whilst one of the members of Planet Dog were down, but they're not going to have the chance to do so.
I like how they're not showing mid though. I think if they show mid, like they have the if they don't show mid, they have the potential to like take a fight, and because Planet Dog don't actually know that Roshan's not up right now.
No.
They didn't use a scan, and actually now they have to reveal because they're up there, but potentially they could have baited them into a fight. Potentially, I say. Now double Ravage is up. Tidehunter can buy his scythe if he so pleases. And
Yeah, it's just a little shot having buyback as well, but I mean, to be fair, if he uses the Midas and sells the Midas, he's more than okay.
yep. And Queen's also level 25.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say sell the Midas?
Well, why would you
For
keep it?
buyback.
You don't want the Midas anymore, do you? Level 25? You
Dude,
want
he's got that cooldown
Yeah,
reduction.
man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Who needs 420 GPM when you have that?
Okay, there you go. He has money now. Double scythe, double Ravage. As
Yeah,
if it
it's-
couldn't get worse for this SF.
It's pretty tough.
And they have what?
Does he have mana
loses.
for double scythe?
Yeah, he's got a lot, hasn't he?
yeah, I think so.
1300. I mean, it was about 900. It's about 1k, isn't it, for the combo? 2 ults and a refresher. And then, yeah, he's got enough for that.
Especially if he arcanes.
Arcane
twice.
boots,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's got
that's true.
Arcane and, I thought J4 had, oh no, he did have Arcanes, but he's turned it into that Ether Lens. Yeah, he should be A-okay. Especially with that 6 mana regen talent.
What do you buy next? Oh, it's Octarine. Never mind. He has a quick buy. Okay.
Nice.
And then he is going to be good to go. This is going to be one of the
But then
fattest
what do you
tides I've seen in a
drop?
while.
You can't drop the Midas. It's so
Backpack
cooldown
Midas
reduct-
with
oh,
mass cooldown reduction?
There we go.
Wait, does it actually apply to backpack?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I want to say it should do, because the backpack simply just doubles the duration, right?
Yeah, well, it's whenever
Oh.
you cast it, and so the cooldown starts.
Here they
from-
go.
Oh! Oh, there we go. There's the first Ravage. Jump in, follow with the Burrow Strike, Sonic Wave. Clocks out of it. They put the refresher, but the brakes onto him. Hester Joe comes in with the Echo Slam. No chance for the second Ravage at the Tide. He's straight out of the fight. Kaiser manning up. J4 has the control, holding Ace back with the Fiend's Grip. They have lost the Clinks as well, though. 747 moving forward to Kaiser, but Milan holds him back with the Burrow Strike. 747 with no BKB and no chance to survive. Gets turned upon, taken down. They finish off the range racks. He does have buyback available. The SF if he feels the need to do so. Ace looking for the Reaper's Scythe. Has it in 8 seconds. Gets forced back here. As Hester Joe comes back in to save the Necro. 747 buying back for this one, wants to find some action, but there's the second Ravage coming in onto 3-3-3, doing the setup here, allowing J4 to turn around with Milan. The Sandstorm's out, 747 falling low. The Necro side, not enough to kill Kaiser initially. Now he goes down, but they've lost too much. GG, well played is called, and Planet Dog make it to the grand finals here in the EU qualifiers as Danish Bears reach the end of the road. And I gotta say, Planet Dog, I'm excited to see more of this team. Planet Dog versus Mouse Sports, of course, being the best of 5 grand finals that we're going to be treated to, because these guys, they play some very entertaining Dota 2, and 3-3 with his Tide performance. I hope we see Tide again today, as he was incredible.
Might actually just get banned.
How many bans can you spend on that man, though?
I don't know, like, he had, like, the perfect mixture of patience and aggression at the same time. It's very hard to find a player who has that kind of, I don't know what you would even call it, awareness.
Versatility?
Yeah, versatility, awareness. There were so many fights where he just sat and waited, and he's like, nope, not going in, not going in. And then as soon as he has, like, the perfect opportunity, he just gets the perfect Ravage every single time. The only time we saw him die in a bad way was, like, towards the end of the game when they pretty much had already won. And that's when he blinked into the base and ravaged 2 heroes and then realized he got fissure blocked and couldn't run away and got hit by the Silver Edge. So, yeah, he's probably my MVP, I think, for that game. He owned.
Definitely seemed like it, yeah.
That just seems to be the trend in this region, though. Skylark,
the offlaners.
he'll be facing
Yeah.
up next. It's just these
That's-
offlaners
yeah,
are just
Skylark versus 3-3.
showstoppers.
Absolutely. Who's going to be pulling out the bigger plays? That's It's hard to tell.
It's sad to see Danish players go, but at least
It
they had a
is.
big win in 2017.
Yeah, and I kind of hope, you know, with 747 these guys stick together like this because it's got so much potential. And
But he's from NA, are they gonna?
that's the thing. I mean, he's probably seen, you know, the amazingness of EU, and he's like, well, I don't want to go back to NA, you know.
Get out of here.
But you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't.
Oh, I hope so.
He wasn't with the roster for long before this. You got to remember. I don't think they were together that far before the qualifiers.
At tops.
Yeah. So there's a lot of promise from this lineup. But definitely, you know, Planet Dog. These guys, these names, you've heard them. They've been around for a while, but they are really making it work. And they could definitely give Mouse a run for their money in the grand finals. There's no doubt about that if they play as well as they have in this series.
The open qualifier dream?
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, they're the open qualifier. Yeah.
Open qualifier number 2.
Open qualifier. Well, how did they do in open qualifier number 1?
They made it to the finals. They lost to Lotus Stock.
There we go. So Loader was the kryptonite, and he's gone. So now with no Loader in the running,
there's nothing stopping them.
There's nothing stopping them now. But Planet Dog versus Mouse Sports. There'll probably be a little bit of a break. I don't know how quickly they'll get it on. They may just start it right away, but it is, of course, a best of 5. They may give a little bit of a break to Planet Dog.
Give them like at least 10, 15 minutes, right? You don't want to play potentially 8 games in a row.
It could be pretty intense. But these guys, they look to deal pretty well with the pressure. You know, they played a very, very cool game of Dota 2 there.
Only 8? Could play 10.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
10?
Yeah,
they've already played 5, and it's
could
best of
go to
5.
8.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, because in the first series, you're
There was
right.
one
Yeah,
more
they've
series,
had a long run today.
That is like the gauntlet. You just play
Yes.
all day.
I know. Well, but to cover some kind
That's what NA has been going through.
It's true. I mean, yeah. EU can't really talk with the way those NA tiebreakers went on. They've definitely had it the worst out of the scenes in terms of games played. But preliminary predictions for the final: Mouse versus Planet Dog. From what we've seen, is it going to be a close one?
They just had to play so many games today. 10 games of Dota.
I think it drains.
It's very draining, especially when any loss of a series is you're done for a few months.
Okay.
Like,
but at the same time, you've won 2 series. It's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah,
Morale's got to be high.
True. They're riding the hype.
Riding the hype. If they're the kind of team that could do that, it could be brutal. Would you say Mouse still the favorites in this matchup?
Yeah, but not by much.
Not by much.
I think it's pretty close overall. Like maybe 60-40, something like that.
Tsunami? Any words?
I'm trying to remember if I remember the head-to-head result during the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, Ben just had it up. Have you got the... How did it go in the groups?
I'm pretty sure
Dog
Dog
versus Mouse.
Lost to Dog.
Mouse did lose to Dog.
On top.
Okay.
But that was...
What did they pick in the game?
Ages ago.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, this is a hard question. Ben's going to look up.
Well, I mean, he's got the computer.
I'll
that's
look it
why
up.
I'm
He's looking it up.
It
Let's have a
shows you
look.
the match.
Because I'm actually interested. Yeah, did they...
Because they both have very similar play styles.
I want to know what 3-3 played. I want to say he probably played the Darks here. Or maybe that was the Tide game, actually. Was that the Tide game?
No, he hadn't been playing Tide for a while. This Tide thing is new territory.
Let's have a look. So last time Planet Dog and Mouse Sports met was yesterday in the first stage of the playoffs, where Planet Dog
There's a lot
lost.
of Knicks. Or Darkseer, Bat. And then before that, in the group stage, it's like Clock, LC, Troll, DK.
Okay.
And Dog came out on top every time.
Dog came out on top. Oh,
no.
not in the first round.
Wait, that says Dog. Oh no, yeah, Mouse Sports. Yeah, Mouse Sports actually lost with the Skylark Nature's Prophet. So Dog actually in the best of 1 let the Nature's Prophet get through for Skylark, and they.
That was the one that got megaed.
Was that the?
That was the one
where when they came back.
Mouse Sports, they ratted them, they got megaed, and then they still lost.
I remember that one.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, safe to say, we've had some crazy games in EU. We've had some crazy games between these two teams. The best of 5 grand finals. It's going to be pretty damn hype. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. There should be just a short break before we're back with it. But best of 5, go tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. Best of 5 between the mouse and the dog. We'll see which animal is going to be victorious. We'll see you very shortly for the best of 5 grand finals here in the EU qualifiers.